Woohoo! And welcome, everyone, all of you, even the people in the back. Hello. Hi. That's right. All those people, all those plastic people.
They're
Welcome
they're
to
people.
another fun-filled, exciting, so glad you made it episode of This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Damn right. How you been, stud? How you
Damn
been?
right.
Damn right.
I'm fine. Um,
Fucked up, neurotic. What is it? Fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and something else. I don't. That's what fine stamp means.
oh, does it? Oh, I don't know.
Insecure,
Sure.
neurotic. I don't know what the fourth one is because I'm only three letters of the word fine.
Um, I'm good. I watched Jeopardy for the first time in my life last night.
And how smart are we?
A very not
Yeah. Fuck those
very un.
questions. Who is the host?
Um, well, he's the regular host now, and he was like a former um uh
Winner.
champion of champions. He's like the most winningest, the GOAT, the greatest of all time Jeopardy champion. I forget his name. And now,
Because no one gives a shit if you're the greatest Jeopardy champion of all time, unless you're bringing home them paychecks.
yeah, well, yeah.
So fuck. I don't even know this guy. That sucks. I thought they were using guest hosts.
I don't know. I
That's a
don't
bummer,
know.
man.
I think he's the regular host, or I think they were until they found like until they found the guy, until they found the person, you know.
I really was expecting to bring in, some people that are relatable, like Ronald Reagan. He's dead, right? They could let him host the show.
Yeah.
What's in the casket?
You what is it? What is a casket? Um,
Your host. He's a real stiff.
um, what do you watch Jeopardy? You into it?
No, because I'm a fucking moron. It's
Well, I
hard.
don't know. You said that you were hoping to see that they were doing something, so I just thought maybe.
Oh, I just see glimpses of things in the internet, you know.
Mm.
Just like I just saw a passing glimpse, like Jeopardy. It's like, oh, guest hosts.
I was watching it with Callie, her sister, and her sister's boyfriend, Scott, and we were at their house. I was just watching it. I was like, I don't know why. I mean, I'm here because I like all these people. I'm not here because I like Jeopardy. I don't give a shit. And it makes me feel more dumb than I already feel every single day of my goddamn life. What am I? So the first round, it was like Jeopardy Masters or whatever. It was like, the people that have won
Yeah,
so many times, and
right. I'd be
you
fun.
know, and um the first round was really easy, or it was pretty easy. I was like, man, I'm getting these. These are easy. And the second round was like so hard. Like the answers were like double entendre answers, or like they had to like rhyme and stuff, or like
Yeah.
start with the first letter and the last letter of the first word, and like double, like I don't know. It was just like I was like, all right, so yeah, they are smart. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy that was on it, and he was like a Jeopardy master. Like he's like the second best of greatest of all time, and he's like he was gunning for the other guy's job. It was like kind of neck and neck. But now this guy is also a host of another quiz show or whatever. I don't know, but everyone hates him because he's like really good and really smart, but he's also really cocky. He's like he plays the heel. And yeah, even the heel has made it to every sport, and now even to like brainiacs, even the like fucking quiz shows, like
That's
like
weird.
yeah. But then like the people I was with were like, man, I hate this guy, and I was watching it, and he was like doing really, really funny shit because like the part in Jeopardy where they have you, the whole song, like the whole thing, and they
Yeah.
like have you write down, and you put down a dollar amount, and if you win, you get that amount or whatever. And everyone did it, and he was so far ahead that he decided to fuck with the other. Like he was like, I don't know, like 20, 25,000 ahead of everybody. So he decided to fuck with the host because they were like gunning for the same host spot, and he obviously lost it. And so he was like, they went to him last, and he decided to like throw away money, and he just wrote, what did he say? He said something like, "It's time for a rematch" or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then wrote down the dollar amount, and then lost all that money, and everyone was like, "Ooh, ah," laughing. It was a whole thing, and then he still won that show because he was so far ahead that even he threw away money just to make a joke, and still won. And everyone was that was fucked up. I was like, I like him.
That's awesome.
That's my style. I love that. Throw away, just like throw away shit, friendships, family, whatever, just to make a joke. Just to make a joke. That's funny.
I wish I would have seen it, and I've never said that about Jeopardy.
Well, that's the thing, is like I think I like the heel position in sports or whatever. I think it's cool because like, and it makes you, you know, hate to say it, but Donald Trump, he's a heel. Like, like he made like all press is good press kind of thing, like,
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah, I agree totally.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what this guy was doing. And that's what I was explaining to all of them. I was like, there's people in the world that like don't know, it can't name one MMA fighter ever except for Conor McGregor because he's a shit heel. He's the bad guy. He's very outspoken, and everyone knows who he is because of that. And I'm like,
Right.
that's what this guy's doing. He's like, it was awesome. I don't know. I actually had fun watching Jeopardy. That's weird.
Just takes out $100 bill and sets it on fire.
Yeah, I mean, he was, yeah, basically doing that kind of shit. I was just like, for a nerd, he's pretty cool.
Pretty cool for a nerd.
I'd like to say that.
Aren't nerds like the coolest right now? Like even
Oh
like
yeah, man.
professional athletes wear pink socks and shit. You know what I mean? It's all about being like nerdy. Like, that's
I'm
awesome.
into it. I'm into it. I like it. Why
Yeah,
not?
fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Have fun. That's awesome.
Um, how you been, man? What's new with you? A lot of
Yeah,
lot of cool
I was
stuff.
telling you before the show. I mean, not to ruin the surprise, but I got nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Um, no, I was having a lot of fun today, man. I had to listen to the record again that we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say right now that that's not gym music, but I sure as shit tried. And there were so many people in there.
Sure shit,
And they're
try.
all kids. They're all serious college kids, like girls they all wear sports bras and they all lift their shirts up like this and they show, and they turn and they do their thing. And so I was just like, I got nipples on my titties as big as my thumb. And because everyone either has headphones in or doesn't, but doesn't know if you're talking to them, or it's so easy to fuck with people now with Bluetooth. They don't know if you're being on purpose, if you're on a phone call, you know? And so I was just like, ooh, honey, won't you shave me dry? And I'm over here lifting weights. It's fucking great. I think I disturbed like 15 people. I was like, this is awesome.
That's pretty
Thank
good.
you.
That's a
I,
good that's a good
I
count.
don't like that gym at all. I fucking hate it, but it's enjoyable because I hate it. So what you have to do when your life is boring, you got to make, find the rainbow. And I did. I just sang old 20s perverted tunes in front of a bunch of kids who didn't even know the 20s happened. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, man, I've been good. As you know, like you and I were chatting yesterday. I would just like to take a minute out of our show here and thank Alex. For as beautiful as he is, he is also a very nice man. He went out of his fucking way to drive to the other side of Portland to look at a few dumps for me that I can move into. Um, and honestly, once he actually he found a place that I should move into that is better than all the other ones he looked at. it's a green dumpster. It's got the removable canopy, so it's nice out. It's got just plenty of trash you can lay on. You don't need any furniture, so it's good. I'm gonna move
Yeah,
into
and low rent. It's free.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's there.
Uh,
It gets clean every week.
I want to tell a little story about yesterday. That was kind of funny. So I went and looked at two. I went and looked at three apartments for Tony, and looked the first two I went to. The first one I went to, met up with like property lady or whatever. Went in there, checked it out. It was fine. Everything. Second one, couldn't get into because no one was there to let me in. We looked at it. I was like, yeah, it's pretty shitty looking. So move in here if you want. And then there was a third one. It was like that was like he was like, there's this place that I want to look at. I haven't contacted anyone yet. It's by a school. I don't know. So I was like, so he's like, this is the name of the school. So I typed in the name of the school and in my GPS. So I just GPS to the school, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm driving through a high school parking lot, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I feel so weird.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
And then I'm like, and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. So I start going quick through, like start going fast through the parking lot. I'm like, well, I can't do that. A principal's gonna pull me over or something. So I had to go slower, and then I felt more weird. And I just like the day was ending or something. A bunch of kids were flooding out of the building. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, I don't want anyone to see my face. It's a good thing my windows are kind of tinted. I'm like, oh, that's even weirder. I'm like,
You're driving an old Ultimate.
yeah, I'm like, I know. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then I started thinking, I was like, how come I just didn't get the name of the apartment?
Alex is like, sure, I'll check out the apartment. I'll go to the high school.
Yeah, because the high school was like, because you were like, the apartments are like directly behind or in front of the high school or something like that.
Right.
And then I was like, well, how come I just gonna go to the apartments? Anyways, I felt really creepy. And I felt really creepy to help you out. So just
thanks, man.
So
I said he's a real
I
sweetheart.
don't want to do this. This isn't who I am.
He risked putting his name on a list.
Yeah. Fuck, man. It's high school. It's so weird.
You just gotta pull out a picture of your dog if anyone says, have you seen this dog?
Yeah, and there was like high schoolers coming out, like kids coming out of the building, like flooding out, like with their book bags and everything. And like right as they were like, like the doors are here of one of the school, and then there's like, sidewalk that was like goes down into the parking lot so people could get in their cars. And then right at that point, there's like 3 speed bumps that are like 1, 2, 3 right after each other. And so right as the kids were coming out of the school, I had to slow down for the speed bumps. And it was just at the right, bad, terrible time where I was slowing down as soon as kids were coming out of the building. It was just, I was like, fuck, I realize how weird this probably looks. Like kids are coming up and I'm slowing down. You know, understand? I'm like,
You're not old enough to go to school there, or you're not young enough to go to school there. You're not old enough to have a kid there. So
yeah, I was
kind of
just like,
creepy.
I felt like I was like, I need to go to church or something. I don't know. I don't even believe in that.
I'll believe it.
So yeah,
great. I'm glad that's fun.
For old Tony G. I almost went there.
Right. I demand a lot.
You do.
Oh shit. Yeah, I went to a baseball game with my parents, and it's interesting. It was interesting because my mom and I have always been like thick as thieves. So my dad's always been just a different type. And she's just too damn nice to anybody. But in any case, we were planning on hanging out, like spending the day together, because my dad's been off and we spent a lot of time together, and it's like they're trying to even it out. So she was like, I want to spend some time with you before you leave. So I was like, sure, absolutely. So I told her, she was like, we'll take a day off that you're off and we'll spend the day together. But my dad's off too, and we would get jealous. So she was like, "Actually, how about we hang out on Saturday before the 3 of us go to the ball game?" And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "How's 12:30?" And she said, "How about 1:30?" I said, "Okay." So then I asked her on the day of, I said, "So 1:30?" She's like, "How about 2:30?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So
It's a good.
finally I pick her ass up at 2:30 and I'm like, "What's the deal?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't want your dad to get too jealous." I'm just like, "Fuck him." Like so her and I, we get along really well. Like, and she was like, "Listen," she's like, "I had to tell your dad, like, I'm not allowed to talk about my move, really. It bothers him." So,
Mhm.
and I'm sorry, I fucking hate eggshells. Whenever I see them on the floor, I just sweep them up and throw them away. I don't know why anyone else carries around and insists upon walking on them, but I hate eggshells. If you're nervous about something, get over it. Who gives a shit? Life's too short. So in any case, my mom and I are having a fucking hoot. We're out playing mini golf. We're having a good time. And we're just talking. She's like, I just want to know where you're at with this shit. That's it. Just haven't talked to you in a while. So long story short, we go to the ball game and it's like my dad's like I sat down, like there's 3 seats. So I sat down, my mom sat down, my dad sat down. And I'm just talking to my mom like we've been talking all day. And my poor dad, like he could just tell he's like he can't hear anyway, so he's getting jealous. So then they're like, "Well, let's switch." So I was like, "Well, I'll sit in the middle, right?"
Mhm.
And so then so now my mom my mom's on this side of me. So now I'm just talking to this side because she's over here. So then I go to the bathroom, still not talking to my dad, not on purpose. I just got nothing to say to the guy. We hang out all the time.
Right.
So I come back from the bathroom and now they've switched seats. And I'm like, the fuck's going on here? It's like, Dad, I'm not talking to the chair. I'm talking to the person. So wherever you sit.
If he really wanted to, how come he just didn't like sit in the middle? You know what I mean? Like completely block you.
Well, I would have like, then I would have been like, move, ma,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
pass the popcorn. No, it was just, it was like, I don't know, man. It's just the older I get, the more I realize like there's at least 2 types of people. There's givers and there's takers, and I try to be in the middle. I take and I give, but I just can't stand people who just feel like they're left out. If you're left out, hop in. It's like double
If you're
dutch.
like, "Well, hop
Get
in."
in there, Cinderella dressed in. Come on, hop in, get in there. Like, don't be a shy person. Just slide in there. I don't know, but shouldn't sit around with a skinned knee. It's my own personal opinion. Throw some alcohol in that shit and join the party. So it's just kind of funny that my mom is like very like go for it, live your life. We're probably not moving to Oregon. We're thinking Florida. I was like, awesome. She's basically like, we're sad you're leaving, but we're not going that direction. Like awesome.
Well,
And
it
my
also
dad's
like
like, no, I think we're gonna come out there. I can't stand to be around without you. I was like, we hang out one day a week, man. Like,
well,
and
hey
to
man,
tell,
I bless his heart, man. That's adorable. You know what I mean?
it is, but this is also the same guy that told me to shut my fucking mouth for my first 18 years. So it's just a total flip flop. It's like,
Mhm.
uh, so then I'm at the other thing is that when I'm at the ball game, I like to yell. I don't give a shit. And we were losing. So I was saying all kinds of shit. I was like, hurry the fuck up. I gotta work tomorrow. It's like shit like the fucking someone's like, no one works on a Sunday. I was like, call for but I do.
I
I do.
know.
Assholes. Some places are open on Sundays, and assholes like me are there. That's why they're open. So I was yelling shit, and he was just you could tell he was like uncomfortable. But he didn't want to piss me off. So he's like, you're funny. I was like, no, I'm not. My mom's like,
No, I'm not.
I was like, I'm scary, and sometimes people laugh. That's my humor. It was fucking great because my mom knows me really well, and my dad's still trying to figure it all out. But he's so like shy and timid. And I'm just like, hey, let's pull our dicks out. Whee! He's like, oh, oh, oh.
I don't want to pull mine out. I don't
He,
want to.
he twitches when I say the word fuck. He's
Why?
like,
That doesn't. He doesn't.
and everywhere we walk, he blesses everyone. Have a blessed day. I'm like, you're not that guy. You are not the blessed day guy. You just think you're dying, but you're not that guy. Trust
Is
me,
he not?
man. And even
He's
if
not
you're
a
dying, you
cusser.
don't have to bless everyone. You just don't have to. I'm not blessing anybody on my way out. Like, fuck you. Bye. Yeah, you don't need to bless anybody.
Is
Just
he's
he's a
not a
hard
cusser?
ass.
He's not a cusser?
He was. He taught me to cuss. This is fucking weird. You know? He used to be like, that Mickey Mouse cocksucking piece of shit motherfucker cut me off. I'm just like, yeah. He's like, shut up. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. Okay. And now it's just like I'm driving around, that Mickey Mouse motherfucker, and he's just like praying to God, reading his Bible and shit. I'm like, what are you doing? Making a reservation up there? Who gives a shit? Like, fucking cares? I don't never want to be that scared, man. Fuck that shit.
I love it when people bring Mickey Mouse into things. Like
Because he's
I've
such an
heard
innocent
I've
guy.
heard that Mickey Mouse bullshit. Like, what does that mean? Why? Like, I understand like bullshit, dog shit, because that shit doesn't smell good. But what does Mickey Mouse have to do with anything? Like, where'd that come from?
I
Like,
don't know.
what?
He probably his shit probably smells like pretzels and popcorn and taffy.
Right.
And
Well, well, people don't even. I've heard multiple people say that Mickey Mouse bullshit. Like, but they don't say Mickey Mouse shit is Mickey Mouse bullshit. Like,
you're right. You're right. Mickey Mouse is not a bull.
yeah. So it's like I just don't. Where did that saying come from? Is it because of
Frustration.
like I don't I've heard a lot of people say it, although it's not like it's I mean, it's not super popular, but like I've heard a lot of people say it. I'm like, why are you bringing Mickey Mouse into this?
Well,
You
what
know?
about like that Mickey Mouse motherfucker? I've heard that one.
Well, that's what I mean. Is any Mickey Mouse, and it has to do. Well, you're cussing. You're doing a combo. Why are you bringing Mickey Mouse into it? Is what I really am trying to say. Like,
Well, the
yeah,
only other one, I mean, of the whole Mickey gang, which I agree with you. I don't know why we're bringing them into this. They're just a fun-loving bunch. But the only other person that is involved is Goofy. But Goofy is just Goofy bastard. That's it. You goofy bastard. Like that's it. So
yeah,
Mickey's
but
all
see,
on his own.
that makes sense because Goofy also means something else. He's
Right.
goofy, funny, he's
Right.
ridiculous. Like, but like, I just don't know how someone decided to bring Mickey Mouse into like a cussing combo. Like,
Or another question is why haven't we brought the rest of the bunch in?
sure, why not?
That Donald Duck dildo, where whatever. I don't know.
Porky the Pig, butt fucking,
That Porky Pig butt
butt fucking son of a bitch.
butt fucking yeah. Let's figure this out. Who else we got on the gang? I told you we'd come up with something, Alex.
Yeah,
This is our unfortunate topic that all the Disney characters are not used in curse word run-on sentences.
yeah.
Only Mickey. So let's come on, gang, chip in here. Who else we got? Donald Duck. I don't know what you do with Donald Duck. Donald Duck. Fuck. I don't know. What else? Who else on the list?
Donald Duck. I don't know. I don't know.
That dickhead Donald. Dickhead.
That,
There's already one of those.
that dickhead Donald Duck.
Donald Duck, that old dickhead. That sounds good. I like that. AKA that old dickhead. Who else is there?
Yosemite Sam butt fucking. I don't know why. I'm sticking with the butt fucking. I don't know why.
Everyone's got hobbies, Alex.
Yosemite
Here,
butt fucking.
Yosemite Sam. I want to see people get into like not physical fights, but just yell at each other. Roll your window down. What? Roll your window down. You Yosemite Sam wearing piece of shit. What? You look like a cowboy, a small animated cowboy.
The red mustache.
Big old hat.
Go fuck yourself, you stupid fucking little cartoon cowboy, red mustache having ass. Like, whoa.
What about? Well, that wasn't okay. Who else is Disney though? Donald Duck, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I know there's a bunch more. Chip and Dale, but they're associated with naked men, so we're fine. We don't need to say anything about that.
I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, you're right though. Mickey gets he gets the brunt of the bullshit. I don't know what happened. I would like to know the first time someone used Mickey Mouse in a slur sentence. I mean, in a dirty, just started cussing. Maybe it happened at Disney. and it just made its way up I-95 to the northeast, and then from there, once it hits New York, it's everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
That's cool. You notice, like, these days you can't smoke in parks anymore, really, but pretty soon, like, you already probably can't. But I'm waiting for the language police. Because
Oh,
when I was a kid, like, people used
that
to
exists,
smoke
Tony. Are you
in
kidding me?
Disney, like smoke in Disney, be like, that motherfucking cocksucker, I told him. Like, you're standing in line, you got secondhand smoke, and you're learning all the beautiful words you need to know. I just, these days I'm like, do they get in trouble for that? I wonder.
The language police already exist, Tony. It's called the internet, the PC
No, no,
social.
no, no. I mean, well, yeah, I know, but I mean, what if you're in an amusement park? Does someone walk up with like a yellow flag and they blow a whistle? Penalty! Like,
I think it's kind of almost at that point, to be
no, we
honest.
really are like, yeah, we really are like carving away at freedoms to make everyone comfy. It's like, okay, I understand some of them. Absolutely. People shouldn't feel like shit for being who they are. But also, kids are going to be adults, and adults cuss until they reach the age of God fearing, and then they start apologizing for everything. So, I'm sorry, folks. I'm really sorry, but it does irk me that if you grew up a hard ass, don't become a softie. Don't do that. Stick with your guns. Even if you're in a wheelchair blowing a straw to get around, be a hard ass. Get a middle finger on your shirt. Be who you always were. Don't go changing. Fuck that shit. And when you get up to God, show him the finger, he'll let you in because he knew who you were and he accepted you a long time ago. Ask me how I know. I follow him on the gram. I know what God's into. He likes
Hmm.
dirty words. Just
Yeah,
don't.
he's
Why do people get older and soften up and go to church? Like just all the time, like church, 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 church. Didn't go for 40 years. Church, 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 church. It's like you're
well,
just leveling up because you're worried about the rest of your
yeah,
existence.
well, because people aren't like us, Tony, and they are like their mortality hits them. And again, they're not like us. Keep that in mind. They're not like us, so their mortality hits them, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta, I'm closer to death than I have ever been, and I'm scared." People are scared, and that's really what I think what gets to people. So
When I was young and in the Marine Corps, I don't in the boot camp specifically, I don't know any of us who didn't pray to a God.
sure,
So I do understand the
that
fear.
makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Right. I do understand the fear. I understand the fear of dying. I do get it. But at the same time, be who you are, man. Sure, be a better version of who you are, but it doesn't mean you have to soften your language. It doesn't mean you have to start looking up at the sky and be like, oh, he's really watching now. No, man, just enjoy yourself. I don't think you have to just change your personality and be like, God bless everyone and Tiny Tim. It's like, all right, you never cared before. Don't start acting like you give a shit now. If you were always that way, awesome, you know? But don't just start like, oh, I got to start being good now. I got to start cleaning this place up. Like, no, 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 no. You were an asshole the whole time. He's watching. Just keep being an asshole. Like, and then when you get up there, he's like, did you enjoy being an asshole? Be like, I kind of did. Yeah, I did. Like, excellent. Come on in. I died for your sins. Don't worry about it. Dipshit. Come on in. Okay. That's what I don't understand. Be like, if you believe that someone died for your sins, not sure what that means. But in any case, if that's what you believe, then fucking rock on. What are you talking about? Sin it up, baby. You should be screwing everything. Fucking couch cushions. Whatever you want to do.
I've done that.
The fear.
Yeah.
The fear. I just what fear, man? I mean, a slow death? Yeah, that's my fear. I just hope one day I'm pooping and the next minute it's over, just like Elvis.
Yeah, man, we could all hope to go the route of Elvis, Yeah. We just
I get
can't.
it. I do get it. I'm not dumb. I understand. All I'm saying is like I hope that when I get older, I'm not asking you where the closest church is because I don't want to
Yeah,
go.
I want to tell you.
I don't you
I know
don't know.
I keep a tabs on Christians, so I know where all the churches are. They're terrible people, so I got to know where they're at all the time. So I could tell you, but I'm gonna tell you.
I don't
Just I always keep that from you, Tony.
listen, if you are worried about dying, go watch Grumpy Old Men. And then go watch Grumpier Old Men.
And know that they're both dead.
But they're dead. And furthermore, it was a movie about old men still being who they are, dying eventually, still having fun until they died. But nobody went to church. Nobody. They went fishing. They cussed. They had fun. They were old, but the one thing they didn't do is worry about it. The end. I don't think you want to burn the last chapter of your life in worry. And that's what I mean by that. It's like if you weren't worried for 40 years, don't start that shit now. Look it. Just keep going, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I'd be happy that I was like, man, I made it this far. Jesus.
Fucking A. I mean, some days I'm sad I made it this far. I'd be like, what are you waiting for? You know? He's just like, fuck you, man. He's like, I'm going to leave your ass down there for a while.
Your first mistake is Tony is thinking that there's a God. So there.
I'm not worried about it. You know me, man. I believe that we all are our own God. That's all there is to it. You want to get heavy? There it is.
That's heavy.
Maybe when you die, you're like, wait a minute. I am me? I can let myself into my own gates? Whoa! This is crazy. I'm God?
It's far out,
And
man.
who's that over there? No, just kidding.
It's far fucking out.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Please enjoy yourself, people. Please. Fucking please. We have fans of the show who swim with crocodiles. That's living. Maybe it's an alligator. I still don't get it right, and I don't want to. But still, every day, I just can't believe that someone wakes up at 4 a.m. and swims in the dark with crocodiles. I have very small balls in comparison to that. That's living life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if she gets torn up, then fuck it. I mean, shit happens. One unfriendly gator is all it takes. You know?
I know, right?
Some grumpy bastard had a toothache, whatever.
That always blew my mind that like that person that she did that because it's just like, oh no, it's fine. They're not up yet.
It's crazy. Like I'm just saying, like
they're still sleeping. Like what?
No. Have you seen the video of the older lady who had her dog by the water? I think a lot of people have seen it. Down south, she was walking her dog near the water, not just like near a murky ass lake. The gator gets the dog, pulls the woman in and takes her too. Just in a community, like in one of these. The funny thing is down in like Carolina, Georgia, all that horse shit. It's hot as fuck down there, and all these like housing developments build these man-made ponds. You will never swim in them. But when I lived there, somehow these damn things make their way up through the sewer system into these fucking places, and these kids and shit hang out in these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're covered in rainbows. They look like the damn dirt. So if you're fucking around, you're going to get torn up. And I'm just like, okay, this happens to people that aren't even near the water, not even in the water, let alone we know someone who puts on a rubber swimming cap, a bathing suit, a little nose pincher, goggles, 4 a.m, and just starts swimming blind miles across a lake. It's called Lucky Lake. That sounds like the most unlucky place to swim if it's full of gators. So live your life. Fuck it.
That's why I don't know. I have no interest of ever really spending a lot of time or any time in Florida. I really don't. Like it has nothing to do with like the people because I understand that the people are shit there too, but it has to do with alligators, snakes, bugs, the weather. I don't know, just that is like why. It's like the same reason I don't really want to go to. I don't really have any interest in going to the Australia. You know,
No.
They have like so many poisonous animals just everywhere.
I would go to Sydney. I would go to a majorly populated city, but I would not fuck around in the bush. No way. No way. No, gnarly shit. Or furthermore, like those big ass spiders they have in the desert, like Iraq and shit, the camel spiders that are really fuck that. It's like a cat with 8 legs and no hair. Fuck this. I'm out. Bye.
They have some of those spiders in Florida and like Cuba. They have like not camel spiders, but they have a different. It's called like banana spiders.
Right, and they're pretty big.
They fucking eat bats. and they get to be like dinner plate size.
Yeah, no. So
Shoot
that's a
the
valid
fucking
reason. Here's a reason that I don't know that I would go down. This is a funny reason to me, but I have a friend who moved down there a few years ago, and we were talking. I was like, have you met any dudes yet? That kind of thing. And she's like, I've met plenty of dudes, but I haven't met one yet that didn't own a python and just want anal sex. I'm like, huh.
That's some Mickey Mouse bullshit right there.
That's some Mickey Mouse bullshit right there. What in the Donald Duck fuck is going on here? It's fucking
You know
strange.
what's funny? Just by those words, I know exactly what that person looks like. He's got like an earring.
But there's a lot of that person. That's the problem.
He's got a ponytail. Wears like a green vest. Probably wears a fucking hat like this. Oh God.
Holy shit.
That
One
was
day I'm gonna get me an airboat. Another day I might even afford me the fan to go on the back of it. No, I'm
God
good.
damn it. Oh, that's
No,
so
my mom's like, I think we're gonna move to Florida. I was like, I think you're going alone. Fuck that.
yeah.
It's not even it's a culmination of shit. It's also that there's a bunch of people from New York and New Jersey that live down there. That's a mess. And then you have the people who are from down there that don't like people from New York and New Jersey. And then there's the heat and the animals and the reptiles. And no, fuck no.
No, yeah, man. You just
There's a
walk
big punch
outside.
bowl full of poop.
Yeah, man. You walk outside and there's just like a pile of snakes. Fucking gross. Is that a bush? Is it windy out? No, it's a fucking pile of snakes.
Yeah, and
They
the
just
pythons
tied
aren't
up
even
in a
native to
knot.
that area. Just hillbillies are throwing their fucking pets away. See you later, Slithers. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
you can't throw that in there. He's gonna go eat the animals that belong here. What are you doing? They actually have a python fest. I think we talked about it. Like that's
no, yeah,
how,
we've talked about it. It's a problem because the people get the pythons, the pythons or whatever escape.
and they
They go on the
multiply and
fucking
multiply.
yeah,
Right.
they go on the fucking swamps. And then they get fucking huge, and then they come back and eat their owners because they're like, "Remember me?" I don't know if that happens, but
They strangle the fuck out of somebody.
yeah, I'm
You
fucking
look
home.
cute.
Remember
Want a
me?
hug? I do not want to be around a snake that has enough. Don't want to be around a snake long enough for them to be able to wrap their ass around me. I don't understand how that happens. Like how 1 minute there's not a snake on you, and the next minute you have 7 coils and it's over. I don't understand how quick that happens, but if a snake really goes that fast, I'd want to see that live. I'd pay to see that happen to somebody.
I think it. I don't know how fast it happens. I think a lot of time it's like, oh look, there's people that I think like, oh, cool, snake's
Ooh,
cool. And all of a sudden, oh, it's
you
around
want to
my
wear
all
them?
of a sudden, and all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, this is tight, man. And then the next thing it's around your body, and the next thing you know, you're inside of it, and
No.
like,
It all
yeah,
starts with some hillbilly like, "You want me to put Cody the Cobra on your neck and take a picture? No! Get the fuck off of me."
dude. I
Crazy.
was talking to somebody about this yesterday, like, because he was like, I want to go to like a Louisiana like gator show, like they have like like
Whoa. Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll be in the audience, but I'm not going
Yeah.
down there and like putting my head in the gator's mouth or whatever. And I was like, do you know what I would not do? Is I do not want to go to a zoo that has like an exhibit where you could like touch the animals and be around the animals. Like, I don't want to ever, and I would encourage people not to be around a chimpanzee. A
Ooh,
little,
I'm interested. Keep talking.
they're fucking dangerous, man. Do you know what they do?
They rip your face off and your
Yeah,
genitals.
your face, your hands, your feet, your genitals, your lips, and your tongue. They do all that so you can't chase them, you can't grab them, you can't fuck them, you can't eat them. You like they do all that. They disarm you. They just like completely take everything away from you because they feel threatened.
And that's what's crazy is like they might not do it for the first 13 years
Yeah,
of you
and then
being their friend. Like you're watching TV, you change their diapers, then one night you decide you don't want to watch MASH anymore, and there goes your face. It's over.
yeah,
Can't
yeah,
watch TV. You don't have a face. Oh my
yeah. I'm like,
god.
I don't want the chimpanzee at all. I don't want to do that. That
I
doesn't sound.
really don't like fucking with animals that I personally can't get off of me safely.
Yeah,
Like a cat or a dog. I mean, dogs are dangerous. Honestly, like a dog in a bad fucking mood. No.
yeah.
90
Oh
pounds
yeah.
of muscle? Fuck no. I respect animals. I don't fuck with them. I'm not into that shit. Yes, I would go down to Louisiana and watch somebody put the gator under my chin and put my arms out like Jesus. Like, go ahead, man. I'm gonna watch him throat your ass. Ah! See these
Yeah.
fingers? Now you don't. They're gone. That's all. Yeah, you want to do something stupid for a couple $100? Go ahead. I'll watch, but I'm not getting involved at all. But I wouldn't feel bad about owning some python boots. I was just thinking about that. I wouldn't feel bad about that, you
What
know?
if you thought about that?
Well, that's some pretty python. You bet your ass. You
You bet your ass it
motherfucker,
is.
you.
That's
I
awesome.
would wear python boots to Disneyland.
Why
But
not?
Daisy Duke shorts, man, you know, and a crop top.
You would, wouldn't you?
Fuck yeah, so would you, don't lie.
Oh no, I'm wearing that right now.
Tease.
What you think?
Fuck yeah, man, it's fun to make people uncomfortable.
It's kind of been our MO for quite a while, hasn't it?
Right, so, sure, you're only allowed to read golden books in Florida now, but you can have your shit hanging out, so that's okay.
Um,
Alright, that was fun. You wanna talk about the music?
yep.
Cool.
So yeah, go ahead. You can introduce her. That's choose your
So,
pick, right?
something that I landed on a few weeks ago, just in, when I was spending some time in the abyss that I call the internet, vice versa. Anyway, I found Lucille Bogan, who we picked last week to talk about. She is a singer mostly out of the 20s and 30s. Um, and Alex and I were talking before the show. There were actually a ton of people who recorded songs like this that are edgy. Actually, just telling it like it is. Like that's all this is. Is just she's just telling it just like it is. A lot of raw lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we listened to "Shave 'Em Dry," a compilation. Those about 50 minutes full of 2 to 3 minute songs. The piano player, they actually became friends and work like coworkers for a long time. Like they made a lot of the music together. So that was kind of the act, is that he had that vaudevillian style piano sound and
Yeah.
she had a lot of the lyrics and they pushed each other quite a bit to generate what they did. Made a ton of fucking records. Um, but in any case, we this is some of the stuff that survived from the 20s and 30s because like Alex had said before the show, tons of people were making stuff like this, but not a lot of it made it. Hell,
Right.
this was only released like the dates on this stuff is like the 90s or something. Like
Yeah,
it's
it was.
recent. It
It
looks like it just came out. It didn't.
might have even been later than that. Like
Yeah, it's like
2004. This one came
yeah,
out.
right. So basically, they found it and got the legal rights to put it on spot or whatever, or
Mhm.
precedent. I don't know. Somebody got the rights in 2004.
Right.
For a long time, couldn't hear this stuff, and I stumbled upon it. And as soon as I heard the song "Shave 'Em Dry," I think it's there's like two versions of it, but
There's a few versions of it.
there
There's
is, and there's other people who redid it too.
yeah, there's Shave 'Em Dry. I think there's I don't know, like three versions on here. Maybe maybe two. Yeah, you're right. Something
And
like
there's a few. There's a. Let me see here. So there's many songs on the list. There's a few that I thought were pretty interesting, and one of them, in general, in as a matter of fact, she was talking about. There's a lyric where she talks about women, and she's saying, "It comes much longer. We're not going to need any men." And it's called. Hang on, the BD Blues.
that.
And
Mhm.
did you see? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, BD Woman Blues. And and this is something I looked up. I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but I do find it funny. So excuse me. But BD actually stands for Bull Dyke. So that was, I hope it's not offensive, but I think it's pretty cool that she said that in the 20s and 30s. And she was like,
You bulldog. For some reason I thought she was talking about like BD like backdoor woman.
no, no, I looked it up. Like no, I did some research on it. Coming a time, BD women ain't gonna need no men. Coming a time, BD women's ain't gonna need no men. Um, BD, oh, the way they treat us is a low down, dirty sin. So she's talking about men treating them like a piece of shit. So she's like, we're not gonna fucking need them soon. But I like that because it's the 20s. when apparently, back then women were repressed, weren't allowed to say anything. She's like, fuck all that shit. Like,
Right.
I love what I love, especially about humans in general, is when people stand up for what they believe in, a little bit of humor, and say, fuck it, I'm doing what I want to do. I respect that highly. But going against the grain, and to find someone who did it in the 20s and 30s with obviously with lyrics, that's awesome. Like, I'm sure it was done a bunch. You know, a lot of "fuck you" music out there. "Screw you, I'm gonna do it anyway" type stuff. But she's singing about something real that we talk about 100 years later, you know? Like, that's still a thing. Like, it's progressed. There are plenty of female couples out there, of course. They were treated that's one of the reasons that they stopped. I don't know. But she had a
Mhm.
valid point. I thought that was really interesting. So, not only it's not just perverted music that she made, she told it like it is, and of all the songs that you hear, like, not until the end does it get really just like, really dirty.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
so,
No,
I
for
mean, she
sure.
made a lot of cool songs that were just talking about life. So,
Right.
anyway, sorry to ramble.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Awesome. What'd you think?
No, it was great. A little bit of backstory about her. She was born in 1897, and then there's a dispute of where she was born. She
Mhm.
was born in Alabama or Mississippi,
Right.
and like on the internet it says it's disputed, like they don't really know.
Right.
She
You're not
died
when you're that
in
damn old.
yeah, she died in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 51 in 1948. Um, yeah, and let's see. And what I thought about the album was it's really it's great. It's really cool that that song about it's the second track about barbecuing. That song, I was listening to it outside when I was barbecuing.
Ah, barbecue best.
Yeah, I was like, we wanted to
Oh,
make some.
yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to make something for dinner, so we put some chicken on the grill outside on the barbecue, and I turned this on. I'm like, I'm barbecuing, just like this song.
I
It's
mean,
fucking
listen to these lyrics, it's real as shit. You don't hear
yeah,
this, like, "When you come to my house, come down behind the jail.
yeah,
I got a sign on my door, barbecue for sale. I'm talking about my barbecue, only thing I crave. Ain't and that good doing meat gonna carry me to my grave. I'm selling it cheap because I got good stuff." This is it's great. It's fucking great. Come down behind the jail, you'll see a sign that says barbecue for sale. I fucking love that. Hot shit. Yes. How many good barbecue joints you know behind a jail right now?
right.
Exactly. Times are changing, folks.
No, that's awesome.
That's a good call
Uh,
out.
and that's a really good song. All of them are really good. Some of them are pretty quick. There's a lot on here. I like forget what Shave 'Em Dry song it is, but there was one that's later down. I think it's Shave 'Em Dry 2, I think, where
Yeah,
he's
that's
she's singing and there's a guy that I think that's playing the piano, and they're kind of like you could tell they're kind of talking or whatever. And
mhm.
then she sings something, and then she starts laughing. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, I think it's in Shave 'Em Dry 2 or well it's actually it says Shave 'Em Dry 2 and then Shave 'Em Dry 2.
Right,
So
there's versions of this, yeah.
yeah, it's either track 17 or 18. And then they just start laughing because she said something fucking outrageous.
And he's like, "Oh, shit." She's like,
Yeah.
"Ha ha."
Yeah. Man,
That's something I noticed about this. Honestly, I was listening to it, I was like, "They're having fun."
yeah.
Like, you can hear it. They're laughing, they're having a good time on the recorded versions of so in the studio, laughing their ass off, writing this shit. That's great. Considering that the times for people of those type of people were shit, they were treated like crap, for them to just be like, "Fuck it, I'm enjoying my life and laugh and write lyrics, and here we go." I think that's awesome as hell. But one of those songs that grabbed me today was "Groceries on the Shelf," where she's
Groceries.
like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
My
Yeah.
name is Piggly Wiggly, and I swear you can help yourself. My name is Piggly." She repeats this stuff. It says, and you gotta have your greenback, honey. Don't take nothing. Don't take nothing else. Is Piggly Wiggly still long? If you noticed, a lot of the songs sound like they're talking about one thing, but they could all be sexual.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like every song, I'm like, is it? No. Yeah.
I know that's what and especially this song. I was like, is she really talking about groceries, or is she talking about selling sex?
She says right here. Now my friends all hate me. Got a Piggly Wiggly store. I got groceries on my shelf, and they're all laying on my floor. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that line. Yeah.
I
I,
don't know.
I wonder if back in the day, Piggly Wiggly was a term for that. I don't know, for sex work. I don't know. But that's the first place I went, was like, oh, she's talking about being a sex worker. Maybe that she was. I don't really know.
Well, she
But
definitely was a sex worker. Um,
okay.
I read that she was at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong now, but I'm going to say I think that she was. Maybe I misread it. But let's talk about "Shave 'Em Dry" because there's no way I'm not talking about that song. Before we there's a couple. Let me see. "Shave 'Em Dry" to till the well actually "Shave 'Em Dry" is good, but "Till the Cows Come Home."
Mm-hmm.
That one's good. So "Shave 'Em Dry" to I got I'm just gonna read this shit out loud. In case you didn't hear it, you're hearing it now. So I got nipples on my titty as big as my thumb. I got something between my legs that'll make a dead man come. Holy shit. That was way before Chat GPT and the internet. She came up with that shit all on her own. That is so good. I think those lyrics are beautiful. What a great way to open a song. I would sing that in church. Yes, I would. Um, Want you to grind me, baby, grind me till I cry. Say I fucked all night and all the night before, baby. And I just want I feel like I wanna fuck some more. I know I just read that like it was my first time reading, but still, want to. And when you hear me holler, baby, want you to shave it dry. I don't know what that means exactly, but it sounds kind of like agitated skin, and I don't
Right.
want anyone to shave me
It
dry.
sounds like agitated skin.
Oh, baby, please don't shave me dry. Shave me with some cream and some warm water, please.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna turn back on my mattress and let you oil my springs.
Woo, mama.
Hot
Yeah.
shit! Woo!
That shit is right.
Oh, great God, Daddy. If you can't shave him, baby, won't you try? Fuck! Now, if fucking was the thing that would take me to heaven, I'd be fucking in the studio till the clock strikes 11.
Uh,
I would fuck you, baby honey. I'd make you cry. Now your nuts hanging down like a damn supper bell, and your dick stands up like a steeple. Your goddamn asshole stands open like a church door, and the crabs walk in like people. You tell me that's not fucking brilliant. You sit there
wow.
and tell me that's not the smartest shit you've ever heard.
What'd she say, that your asshole stays open like a door? What'd she say?
We're doing that part again. All right. Let's see. Now your nuts hang down like a damn bell sapper, and your dick stands up like a steeple. Your goddamn asshole stands open like a church door, and the crabs walks in like people.
Why is his asshole open like a church door?
Because she fucked
What's
him up.
happening?
That's why. Holy
Ooh,
shit.
she's a dirty
Listen,
bird. She's a
that
dirty
woman's
bird.
energy was passed on from generation to generation, and wherever that energy is now, please come find me. Thank you. Holy shit! I want to write songs with someone like this. I didn't know we were allowed to write this shit. This is great. Your asshole's wide open, and people and they walk in like people. Oh
And the
my god.
crabs walk. Oh, that's fucking gnarly.
Oh my god. All right. So that was Shave 'Em Dry. Now, this is the last I don't care. I like these songs. I got this is Till the Cows Come Home. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I got a man I love, got a man I like. Every time I fuck them men's, I give them the doggone clap.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. And she say that she's like, sorry. Oh, baby, give him the. And then she says again, give him the doggone clap. But that's the kind of pussy that they really like. I told him I got a. This is the part that messes me up. Like, this is art. And but she says right here, and I told him I got a good cock. And it's got 4 damn good names. Rough top, rough cock, tough cock without a bone. You can fuck my sock, cuck my cock, suck my cock, or leave my cock alone. Every church-going woman out there right now is probably sad, sad, sad that some woman came up with this shit and made a living on it. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. Oh, what a treat. That was such a treat. So if reading any of these lyrics inspired you, please go listen to some of this shit. Bring your sense of humor with you. But they were fucking great. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for spending your life saying shit like that. 100 fucking years ago.
I know, right? Damn, that was 100 years ago, basically.
Well, it's weird is that it was hard for them to record rock and roll in the 60s. So
Right.
how the fuck did this get recorded 40 years earlier? It was out of the mainstream. It must have
Right.
been.
Well, I don't know if it was in like a real, or not a real, but like a mainstream recording studio. It was probably
No,
like
sure.
some, people that they need, some musicians got a hold of a recording, like a recorder, and was able
This
to do.
seems like the stuff that was like underground. Like if you
Oh,
got a hold of this, you probably had some really cool friends.
hmm.
Just seriously, but here, take that. You know what I mean? Definitely quiet shit. But I was just happy that that was out there. I'm like, really? So people did have a sense of humor. Awesome. People did talk like we talk now. I feel like we're
Oh
getting
yeah.
more inhibited. We're like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, what are you talking about? All they did was chill out, go to church, and fuck people with the clap. I guess I don't know.
Um, a part of me, the biggest part of me likes stuff like this because the biggest part of me, but there is a part of me that likes stuff like this because it's not the norm. People don't like it, and I don't want everyone to like it. I don't want, I want this to be bad. I want
Yeah,
this,
right, right. Like,
like
yeah,
then it, like, to me, it loses it. It's just like, it's more, there's artistry in it that is really good and funny and real. She's talking about how things were back then, how things, it sounds like she lives a tough life. She lived behind the jail, if that song's real.
fucking barbecue,
Selling
baby.
barbecue for 50 cents. you know she ran a store called Piggly Wiggly, or maybe that it was, or she was the store. I don't really know.
That's the thing, right? You don't really know.
Yeah, or
And I love
maybe,
that. It's up to your interpretation.
maybe she wasn't selling barbecue. She was the meat that she was
That's what
selling.
I'm right, but
You know what I mean? So, like,
not gonna get a chance to ask her. So
all right. So yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's awesome, and I hope this kind of stuff always lives on the outside.
right. And
Right.
it would never be accepted by all because that's just not how it works. So it's really fun that we found it and that we were able to listen to it. I just thought it was a fucking treat because I had no idea this existed.
Right.
So something that's positive about, once in a while the internet shines and brings something back from the dead, if you will. So I was elated when I heard it. And I like to play it for people that don't want to hear it. So
Yeah.
I just say I played it for Steph and she's like, oh, this is fucked up. And I'm like, it's sung by a woman. Like, I don't understand the problem here. I do, but I don't. Gives a shit. In my opinion,
Right.
if a woman says it, then it's well, that's not accurate. But still, I mean, a man says it's kind of like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But when a woman says things like that from her own perspective, it's like you don't hear that every day.
Right. Well, yeah. If a guy was singing that song and being like, "I fuck these women's and I give them the clap," it'd be like,
Okay, R.
not
Kelly.
even like society. I'd be like, man, that's fucked up. Like he's probably a predator. He needs to let
Yeah,
people
that's
know.
like I said. Okay, R. Kelly. Like that's the kind of
Yeah,
shit you
exactly.
write.
Exactly. But like she's singing, it's like, well, fuck these dirty guys. They deserve it. I don't know.
She's like, I got them so fucked up, their assholes wide open. They got crabs going in like church people. Like, whoa.
And I also like it because she's kind of calling people that go to church like crabs that walk into shitholes.
Yeah, she's like, she referred to some dude's asshole that she probably wore out. I mean, just being honest, she probably wore him the fuck out, and it's dirty sex. So she's like, that asshole's open up like a church door, and the crabs are crawling in there like people. Ew. Ah! She ain't talking about crabs that you eat.
She's a dirty
Oh my
bird. She is.
god.
Whew.
Playing that at my birthday. Oh, it's great.
Um.
Oh.
So, 1 out of 10, I'd give it a 9 point. I'd give it a 10. I'd give it a 10. 1 out of 10.
It
I'd
was
give
so
it
much fun. I mean, and on it, like musically, like the organ, the piano, it sounds great. Like
yeah,
as
it
far
sounds
as
really
like
good.
the way he's hitting that fucking thing, he's jamming that shit. So the music itself is also great. So yeah, 10. Fuck it. Who cares? A 10,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and she's got a really good voice. On the top of it, she's not just
No,
you know
no, no. I'd
awesome
agree.
for her
Yeah, hell
lyrics.
yeah.
She actually has
Baby, won't you shave them dry?
yeah.
Fuck yeah. And just and then fucking keys. Oh, I love it. Yeah, anything that's gonna make me feel this damn good and laugh my ass off, regardless if it's amazing, to me it's a 10 because, you know, brought me great joy. So
Right.
that's what I would say about this album. Any final thoughts on it?
No, yeah, thanks for choosing it. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Lucille Bogan, check her out. She's good. It's fun
Yeah,
music.
and this is Shave 'Em Dry, the collaboration, you know.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
Compilation album.
so feel free to
Uh,
check it out. It's definitely on both streaming services. And speaking of music, as you know, it's towards the end of our show, so it's time to pick a new one to talk about.
Um, so I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I'm in a different position because there's a light. God damn it! Like Jesus is taking a piss on
There's a
me.
lot, god
See, look
damn
at
it.
see that? Fucking terrible. Bugs the shit out of me. I don't know if it bugs anyone else, but it bugs the fuck out of me. And so I had to be over here because I don't know what to do about that. So I'm gonna hold the wheel like a fucking chump, and that's how we're gonna do it. So let's get through this quick.
He
It's
said, I
stupid.
don't know what to do about it.
I don't. That was a
There's a
glare.
switch. So,
Well, then it's dark. Then it's dark.
just makes you look like you have a tan, that's all. All right. Okay, so on the wheel in the number one spot, we have Big Lebowski, the movie.
Okay.
Number two, we've replaced Lucille Bogan with Fever Ray, their newest album, which is called Radical Romantics. Number three is Alex's spot. Number four is Aretha Franklin with Amazing Grace. Number five is Mudhoney with Plastic Eternity, their newest record. Number six is James Carruthers and his album Relapse. Number seven is my spot. Number eight is Against Me with Searching for a Form of Clarity. Number nine is Louis C.K. with his album Sorry or Special. And number 10 is David Bowie with his last album before he left us, which is Black Star. Doon dang, do yo thing.
No,
Awesome. Is it 10?
I need to do that again. That wasn't a very good spin. I can't
All right,
get
it's
the
got to go around at least. Yeah.
yeah. I can't get the leverage. There we go.
Don't hate yourself. Put your tongue on it. 8.
8.
Against Me, Searching for a Form of Clarity.
All right. I got to clear for this one. Give me a second because I think Against Me. Searching for a former clarity.
Searching for a Former Clarity. That's what we're listening to next week by Against Me. Searching for a Former Clarity.
It's got a palm tree on it. It's 2005. Let's check it out.
All right.
Thank you for watching and listening. If you would like to suggest a movie, or mainly we do music, so music, band, or group, band, and an album, you could do that on Instagram, titfu69. You could direct message us, or the most popular way is on YouTube. On our channel, the most recent episode, please leave a comment in the comment section with your suggestion. Other than that, let's shave them dry.
That's right. So we're just going to leave you with a little outbound music. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next week. I got nipples on my titties as big as my thumb. Make a dead man come. Oh.